This is your boy Super and I'm playing Elite Dangerous. So I did a little bit of exploring and I just returned here to Jacques Station Stadion. Haven't checked my data yet. I found a few stellar phenomenon, a couple of new Lagrange cloud. In the rings of planets, in the asteroid ring of planets, there was these spiky things. There was three different kinds of those. There was a different colored Lagrange cloud with I'll show you here. So we got 7 million we can sell here. And that'll bring me up to 60 million. It's got to be more than 11,000. Just that top system's 11,000. It's not going to tell me how much is on that page. 61 million. So I've been doing combat missions in our crate Mark II, where the pirate is above our skill level and the mission pays 3.9 million, 3.3 million. I did them and they were easy. My shield didn't even go down. So I do codex discovery. See, there's three of them. Nothing's new because I went through and looked at everything I discovered already, so they're not going to mark it for me. I got one of the Grange clouds. Oh, I think it was this one. Both of these. It was this one right here. Blue one, yeah. And organic structure inside the Lagrange cloud were lattice mineral spheres. See the same system, ELL Pro. Mineral structures created by large colonies of ancient microorganisms. And these metallic crystals, I found three kinds of those. Perpium, purple metallic crystals, I'm guessing. And then rubium metallic crystals, red, ruby colored, and flavum, green. Yeah, 'cause green's got the flavor. Did some earth lights, did some. I didn't get very far. I got maybe like 50 light years away, one or two jumps as far away as I got. But I went in like a circle, scanning everything. Got a few water worlds, a few terrestrial. So I was thinking about buying the Orca and doing some passenger missions. Those tend to pay well. The really good ones like this, 50 million, will be across the galaxy, 20,000 light years. So we probably won't be doing these, but these $1 million ones are not that bad usually. And it's within, well, we're elite rank at exploration, so we can complete any exploration mission as long as we got factions standing. But if we work our way up with the 1 millions and refresh it, eventually I'm thinking we can get like 5 millions. That might be close. I don't know. It's all. I haven't done it extensively. Here's two 1 millions going to experimental habitat. See, and also we also get to sightsee ourselves. Experimental habitats. I've heard people talk about in guides and in bulletin boards and captain's logs. A lot of good things about it. But I could show you the combat. Like I would pick up this financial data acquisition. I would pick up this financial data acquisition. Pick up these both black box salvage. That's $7 million in easy missions right there. It'll take 10 minutes to complete all those. $7 million. Pick up another one. 12 minutes. $9 million. I would have picked up all those and had it done in 20 minutes. $10 million. That's how easy I've been running these missions through this place. And none of those were combat yet. So I would also pick up combats too. I would have combats with the rest of those. I would have this 1.2 million, this 2 million. Like we had some follow-up missions from 2 or 3 videos ago that were each of them were 3 million. They were assassination missions. That was back when we had the crate Phantom, and I wouldn't take them because I knew we would die. But once we got into the Mark II, I took them, completed both of them easily, easily. So now I'm not afraid to take these $2 million assassination missions. See, this one's only 800,000, but I think we'll do some Orca passenger people delivery here. Orca Beluga. What are they? The Dolphin, the Orca, the Beluga. Yes, it's the midliner. The Orca is a high-end passenger ship manufactured by Saud Kruger. The market leader in civilian transport vessels. Like Saud Kruger's other ships, the Orca can accommodate a luxury tier passenger cabin, allowing it to transport passengers in comfort and style. The Orca has not been designed for combat or exploration. If you're gonna be passing the luxury cruiser, how can you not be designed for exploration? However, in its internal compartments cannot accommodate military modules. It's designed for large-sized landing pads. Oops, wrong button. And it's the next best ship we can get out here, full of fives in the internal core internals. Six first-class passenger cabin, 6 and 4. I bet you that's 6 and 5. It can do a shield. Well, we'll get it. We can't equip it very well in the beginning, but that's not a problem. There's plenty of, it's a wide variety of passenger services we can use. We definitely need an auto dock, though, I'm telling you what. So we can automatically pick up, a $500,000 one, which will be super easy. There's a bunch of them, all 300,000, 400,000. So we can outfit it proper. So we definitely need the passenger. Well, we could use it like this, actually. We definitely need a fuel scoop, and these were fives. 65554321111. So replace Super Cruise Assist with a docking computer. That's no big deal. Like, I'm not sure how big of a fuel scoop I want. Like, maybe the 6 and all the 5s be the shield and the people. Then do the 4 as the fuel scoop. Because we're going to need to go far with these at some point. So we might even end up doing the 6 as the fuel scoop. I don't know. But let's just get started. We're good enough to go right now to get some FSD range. We might not have the mats. We do for level 2. We got a couple for level 3. Hopefully we can make it to level 4. Level 4, alright. Hopefully we can make it to level 5. We only got 4 more rolls. Level 5, alright. And we can't do level 5, so we've got to just max out level 4 if we can. There we go. What are we missing? Data mined wake exceptions. I don't remember where to get those. We can't do the experimental fact because we have to visit the engineer. What's the jump range now, though? 15. That's not very impressive, I'll tell you what. You're definitely going to have a fuel scoop. Data mine wake exceptions. We can only hold 100. Captured from high energy wakes with a wake scanner. Okay. Very, very specific location. We can't even afford a luxury cabin. Oh, we got 13 million. Let's do that. I guess the luxury could probably be the lowest number. Because luxury is always 1 or 2 people. So there's no point in having a number 6 luxury cabin that holds 15 when all the missions are 1 or 2 people. So if you can get a luxury cabin, it should be pretty down low. If you can get a 3A cabin, that's what you should get. They don't have 3. Now I don't know if there's 3A in the game, or if 3 is reserved for business class and only maxes out at D. That I don't know. So if we go to 6, they have 6, and they got 6B luxury. Is that I would prefer to keep the 6 slot because we have multiple 5s and we only have 1 6. Do you have a 5B luxury? No, it looks like luxury only comes in 6s. So we have to get this one to be the luxury because that's the where the money's at. For 5 million. This cargo rack can be a 5, although we don't need cargo. But we're not losing money on it. This economy cabin can be a 5. Actually, we can bump that up to business if we want. Oh, we can get a first class 5 right there, but it's only C. We'll try that for now. Well, let's start with the fuel scoop. Just in case of emergency, use fuel scoop. It's cheap. No weapons, no scanners. Oh, we do have weapons. Do I have? I have a 3 I can put here. No mining tools. Gotta go with the beam laser. 3-seed gimbal. Sounds good. Actually, we'll wait on that. We're just gonna run. We're not gonna participate in combat, and we need every light year we can get when it comes to range. It's debatable whether you could use even a shield, and if you do decide to use a shield, you can probably get a lower class one than 5 or 6 or 4. You can get a 3 one, a 4 fuel scoop. You'll be good. This is wrong tab. Down to 8 million. 21 million. Visitors beacon. I don't know where that's at. I know it's too far for us, though. Across the galaxy, I bet you. It is back in the bubble. He wants to go back into the bubble. And these are always round trip, too. So he wants to go out to the bubble and back. That's 40,000 light. Oh, it says right there, 21.9 thousand light years. Let's see if this million one doesn't give a destination. These might. They never require you to land, even if it's. You can always just hover above the thing you have to scan and scan it from your ship without landing. So don't worry about that. He'll only take luxury. Well, that's good. And it's a 5 people. I'm glad we can take on 2. Here's another one. Going to the same type of place. Experimental Habitat 3 instead of 2. Rich tourist. Pick a cabin. First class. Okay, yeah. So luxury does 6 is only luxury, 5 is only first class, 4 is only business, 3 is only economy. Let's go. Not very much money. I forgot to return these in. I've never been to the experimental habitat. I'm anxious to see it. It's pretty close. Pretty close. Once you get to one jump, actually, one jump for $1 million, that's not bad at all, is it? Once you get to the system, it's like a signal source or a point of interest or something, or a land settlement. But it's different in the regard that we we've seen we've seen land planetary ports where people are there and you can do business and you dock like it's a space station. We've seen installations where you go to do and complete missions, they're inhabited and you get shot at. But this is something different. This is something different. And the whole point of me wanting to take this journey was to see the sights and wonders of Elite Dangerous and do stuff new. And this is the best way to do it. Go to Colonia and run passengers. Absolute best. You'll get tired of exploration. It's so much exploration. We need the wake scanner for that particular data. Yeah, these are big boat ass ships, hard to fly. We've seen these all the time, especially since we've got to Colonia. They're everywhere outside the space stations. This is like the best looking one, kinda. Best combining functionality. The Dolphin looks the best, but it can't do much. If you're going to transport people on your Dolphin, you might as well be using a Type 7 or a Type 6 or anything like that. Dolphin's worthless. Or the one, the keelback. Yeah, that had amazing cargo capacity. Until we got to the top tier ones out here in Kanya. So you whip out your directory scanner. I forgot to do my fire groups. Surface scanner wouldn't be a bad thing to have. Because when they take you to things that are on planets, it's easier to find them if you scan the planet, surface map the planet. And you're going to see sights and wonders anyway, which are bound to be valuable things to map. Where is he going? Oh, I forgot to do the FSS. It's relaxing too. Most of the time you don't get messed with or interdicted or anything. Most of the time, it's hard to lose money. Missions aren't complicated. Pays well. Pretty good career. Damn, that plasma ejection's almost touching the planet. Would not want to be there. Wonder if you could land on there and have some sort of contact with the exclusion zone. Oh, it's right there. Why isn't it saying experimental habitat 1 and 2, but it's still telling us to just go to the planet? When we know it's experimental habitat 2. Or it might be 3, and 3 hasn't shown up yet. Maybe that's it. Point of interest. A tourist beacon. We would have never ever found these things. If there's no civilization in a place and it doesn't have any water worlds or earth lakes, we don't discover. We will not discover anything else. We passed so many points of interest and wonders on our way here from Cologne. On our way to Cologne, it's ridiculous. I was so pissed. I'm gonna have to look at the cockpit next time we're by a sun. Need some light. So it's the first for me. I guess I don't know why they would have you take people sightseeing across the galaxy. It's going to take months in real life to do that, and they're only paying such a little amount. Like one trip across the galaxy and back should get you a fleet carrier. Like that's people don't play games that long enough to do that. So I'm guessing that we're counting on your scanning mapping data while you were going to make it worthwhile venture, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe they were planning to put some type of super FSD jumps where you could jump hundreds of light years per jump. The Neutron Highway, I mean, I guess you could do that in the passenger liners, but that's still too far for not very much money and way too much time. The joys of making this, that's an interesting looking mountain range right up there. So both of these are just beacons, it looks like. A little sad. In the world of video games, you like to see. Found some new low-range clouds, some rose-colored ones. There's some mollusks. We've already seen those mollusks. There's a space station in it. That's a beacon, I bet you. Or the second habitat. Oh, that's the first habitat, that space station. Got overrun by Lagrange cow loud and alien mollusks. We'll have to see when it. You have to see. At Holloway Bioscience Institute, experimental habitat for scientific observation of vacuum life forms. Any organisms present are excluded from the galactic codex due to their artificial presence and potentially temporary nature. Oh, they're like bred in captivity. I was gonna scan that other passenger liner. This might be something different. Pinnacle pod. Yeah, we didn't get any data. We won't from any of them. Is that they're like to cluster together. There's 4 over there that look like a space station or a ship. There's 2 over there that look like a ship or something, and then there is another cruise ship. But we're gonna head to this. It's overrun by a Beckett class science vessel. Oh, the Lagrange cloud I went to in between videos was dark and scary, and there was aliens everywhere. It was creepy as hell. Well, I mean, the alien rocks. We might as well head to all 3 while we're out here. A lot of people out here. Look at the radar. We can hack it and do things to it. As a fighter bay, 2 hackable data transmitters, turrets, person flying a crate phantom, 2 cargo bays, ship uplink log, automated defense turret. Well, it's weird. There's so many people, and there's this station we can fuck with, and there's no missions. There's no people to give you missions even. Is that both? That was both? Habitat 3 should still be in the same system. We should have looked for more coming out here. But once you get running commonly traveled routes, you'll be able to stack missions more efficiently. It'll become a more viable career. There's 5 of them. Another group of 5. We got to get in Super Cruise to mark the other locations.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
But we got up started in doing this career very quickly. Yeah. So we did 1 and 2. I don't remember doing 2. I think we marked 1 and flew to 1, but it turned out it was 2. How did that happen? I think like one of these is the cloud, or one of these is the station, something like that. Habitat 2, drop out of Super Cruise. Okay, let's see what 1 looks like. They're both the same. That 1 is 2. So where's 3? Different system. Okay, 3 jumps away. I think we'd bounce back to Colonia, and then we go on to the other side of it, pretty close to something like that.
Frameshift drive charging.
Might just get all. We don't need to max out the capacity, because luxuries are the only thing worth the time. And you can only get like 2 or 3 of them at per station at a time, so you don't need that many. This gets good fuel economy.
Fuel scoping.
New system. Looked like they had no.
Temperature critical.
Looks like they had no negative traits, so we can't make them upset.
Fuel scooping complete. Warning. Taking heat damage.
I'm going, shit. I'm still at 100. No damage taken. No upset passengers. I'm not gonna get much money without the detailed surface scanner. You could also be picking up emissions. I mean, as long as it doesn't make your passengers upset. So you could be making millions by just jumping and scanning new systems and picking up emissions. If you're not into combat, this is, and you're more interested in the space exploration aspect of the game, this would be perfect. And multitasking is insane.
System scan complete.
And you can take it as far or as near as you want. It's so there's so much variety in it.
Prime shift drive charging.
A lot of the big complaint I think people would have about the game is, sure, it's got all these amazing sights and wonders in the game, but they're all hidden and you can't get to them. How do you find them? You take people sightseeing and get paid millions to sightsee yourself. It's beautiful.
Incoming mission critical
We're
message.
here.
Fuel scooping.
We got to go to Planet 3. This one right here. The Ring of Beauty. I went and visited the largest ice giant in
Fuel
the
scooping
universe.
complete.
I mean, in the galaxy. It didn't look impressive from in game. The picture I was looking at online looked impressive, and I bet you if you went you searched YouTube videos and things like that, it would probably look impressive. It was 650 times the size of our sun, an ice planet. But when you look on the system map, it was just as big as the smallest planet in the map. They do a very bad size scaling in the system map, so it didn't look any different than any other planet. So I didn't fly. I should have flew to it. I didn't get close to it. Once I got there and I looked at the system map, and I was like, it looks just like any other planet. So I just got upset and left. It's only like 4 or 5 jumps, 6 jumps outside of Colonia area. Well, it was 6 jumps from where I was. I had jumped 4 or 5 jumps away from Colonia to scan Earth Lakes and Water
System
Worlds.
scan complete.
Yeah, like you see, these are all big, and it was smaller than this. It was right on the end. It was bigger than these, but it was smaller than this, and the rest of the planets were this size. So seeing it next to this, I thought, that's ridiculous. Why would I come? But the game might not have it registered as that. It might be discovered in real life and it's just another regular icy body in the game. There's a big gap in star knowledge between the time frame the game was made and now. A big, a big change. There was another crazy system that was supposed to have two black holes, a couple regular suns. No, two neutron stars, a black hole, some regular suns. And this guy was on a planet in that system, an Earth-like world, the moon of an Earth-like world in that system, with two neutron stars, a black hole, and regular suns. It was wild. I didn't go there. I think it was. I don't know why I didn't go there, but it was too far. It sounded amazing though. So when I looked at the galaxy map and it took me to the system, it said it had a black hole, but it was too far for me to go. That sounded so crazy. I would have loved to have seen that. And that's when I decided to look at the Lagrange clouds and the mineral structures. Started out as doing the road to riches, and it turned into a sightseeing tour. The here. That's what it was. Yeah, another Lagrange cloud. It's a beluga. That's our big brother there, shipwise. Multiple first-class passenger cabins.
Mission objective complete.
A Holloway Bow, same thing as the other one. Well, you should have known, but no, we should have known by the naming conventions, I reckon. What is that black mark up there? That's probably nothing. Then why is that beluga liner over there looking at it? It's outside of the Lagrange cloud, it looks like. That's for sure what they're going to see. Oh, it's getting creeped out. Oh my god. Oh, that's just a dread trout. Oh my god, it looked like a giant squid for a second there or something. Their exhaust plumes, huh? That's weird. That's so weird. There's more of those mollusks here. 6 of them right there. Can't get any scan data from them. Oh, that's what the yellow blips are on the radar. Or are these just rocks? Oh, these are mollusks. Oh, look, they're scared. Look, they're poopies. They're pooping. Oh, we're crashing, so. God, that was like a rock. scare the shit out of them. No data. Pretty. They're everywhere, aren't they?
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Aliens number two. Alien number two. Actually, it's about like three. We got a codex discovery for something other than Lagrange cloud. Oh, this is fun, huh? Really like to get this range up on this fucking thing. That's pathetic. You know, and it's made just to travel. How could it have such a bad jump range? How could it be so bad for travel when that's what it's for?
3, 2, 1.
We must have some seriously overweight passengers. Because we don't have anything but the cabins on us. Have we been here?
Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
It doesn't matter now. And we were on the wrong side. I did not anticipate it being that far away. It's
Fuel
about
station
done.
complete.
I'm glad they're so relaxed and don't care about me getting hot. Or bumping it, running into the aliens or scaring the poop out of them.
Taking heat damage.
Well, I'm going away from the sun. What more can I do? Come on. We've been away from it for a while. Or we're only at 100. Jesus. Give me a break. And me and Tyree. What a cute couple.
Frameshift drive charging.
Should have checked signal sources, points of interest. Nothing, okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
You gotta remember to check those. We came all the way to Colonia without checking any signal sources or points of interest. Which is understandable, you know, when you're traveling for such a long period of time, you just want to get it done. You jump through every system looking at it like as little as you can. I bet you it's only amount, probably less than $20 million we wasted. Not much of a loss, except for the site.
Objective detected. Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
I still haven't looked at notable stellar phenomena here and a couple few other things I haven't looked at. All around Jacques I have. And one stellar phenomena. Take off points of interest. One signal. Wow, and this is a highly. This is Colonia, and they don't have like a list of signal sources. They got one signal source. The tourist mecca of elite dangers. I bought some cockpit lights too. The soft white lights. They're in the crate. No. They were also on sale, but they're usually 6,500. They were 4,200. and I just saved up enough. When I started playing. I had 6520, and they cost 6570. So I thought, great. As soon as I'm done playing, I'll have 6570, and I'll buy them. So when I got done playing, and I went to go buy them, they were on sale for 4200. I did have the 6520, 6570 though. At least it'll be easier to buy the next thing. Now I was thinking we get the plain lights when we're not doing anything spectacular. When you were looking for Guardian ruins and Guardian relics and getting Guardian equipment, we get the ancient orb blades, which I think ancient orbs have something to do with the Guardians. And then after we get the Guardian equipment, we can then hunt Thargoids. So then we get the Thargoid lights. They have three sets of lights: Thargoids, ancient orbs, and soft white, warm white. So as sort of a status marker. Forgot what those are called. Like a rank in the army or badge of honor, badge of achievement, something like that. Yeah, but the whole ship, the custom ships paint jobs, I could have bought those instead of the lights, but I figured those are specific for each ship, and we never stick with a ship for very long.
Mission objective detected.
That's an interesting boost sound, like a bell. I like the
Compromised
sound of
equipment.
air compression or liquid compression too. That sounds cool. Reminds me of the game, a racing game I used to play where you had NOS and it made like an injection pressurized liquid air sound.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Mission complete. Monsieur. Let's go to outfitting. Couple more $1 million. Three, four. Where they going? Right close by. So the experimental habitat 4. Experimental habitat 3 going to the same places. Experimental habitat 1. This one for 26 million view. He wants an oceanic view. What does that mean? Going to Seoul? No. But somewhere pretty. Oh, back by the bubble. What about the people of Kalani? What do they want? Experimental. Everybody goes to the experimental habitat. We could get like 7 missions taking people to the same place. Hmm. Oh, especially this tab. Look at this. Experimental habitat. There's some that look at every last one of them's going to an experimental habitat. There's like 4 from this one, 5 from that one, 7 from that one. Man, we need more cargo space. What kind of cabins do these people want? Rich tourists. I bet you they want luxury. It doesn't say. Minimum economy. We're getting economy class. We're getting, but I don't think you can put 2 different missions on one cabin. Passenger cabin. We'll only be able to take 3 missions, and there's a lot more, obviously. All VIP passengers will take an entire cabin, regardless of how many people. Non-VIPs are housed by seat rather than cabin. So how do you know who's a VIP? Like you'll find out eventually, I guess. Yes, we're definitely getting economy. That was a rich tourist, and they will take economy. We're getting economy. What was I thinking? Getting a bunch of economy. Do you make 6 economy? 6 business, 6E economy. There we go. Holds 32 people. We're gonna have so much money. It's 5E economy. 16. It's already 48 people. Plus another 16. That's 32, 32, 64. Get another 5 economy. Get a 4 economy. Damn, we can hold so many people, man. Jeez, that might be more than we need. Enough. That might be enough. So I'll just get the 4 shield. Get the surface scanner. I don't know what else we should get. We don't really need anything else. Could move that down to a fuel scoop, get a 3 shield, and just get another 4 cabin. But we've got enough for now. Let's see how we do with this here. If we can get all these missions, man. Whew, let's start smartly. All the people going to 1. Let's get all the people going to Habitat 1. That was a VIP. Oh, these are all VIPs. At least we're getting all the people going to 1 first, and I didn't mess that up. Yep, all these people are VIPs. That's okay, we still need all these cabins. Those are all the people going to, here's another one going to 1. Not quite as good. Yeah, that sucks. How do you tell if they're VIP? If it's one person, I think, or all the $1 million missions were VIPs. That's all we picked. Bryant Sargent, he has a crown by his briefcase. It says rich tourist. It's one person. It's got to be one. Well, we did all right. Like we could have did luxury. I don't understand how like they give you a number, a very precise number when you accept the mission, but then the passenger always also has happiness, and they're VIPs, so we should have put them in luxury, but what would the difference be? Why should I inconvenience myself to make them more comfortable if I don't even know if I'm getting a bonus? 4, that's all we got. So that's about $6 million going to the 1 mission, really close by. Well, I don't remember what planet it is. We got an Earth like here that I've mapped. Yeah, I can't believe we're making $7 million just one jump. One jump scan of the beacon, 7 million. It would also be good if you had your explorer rank low, but mine's maxed out. Yeah, I think we'll drop the fuel scoop to 2, drop the shield to 3, get a four cabin. Since we're only going to be taking VIPs, it looks like. So I might switch everything to luxury cabins that we can, and if that to everything to the highest class they can be. Have to do some experimentation. Now, so now combat is falling together real nice. I can take 5 missions, get out there, make $10 million in like 10 minutes. I can do that with passenger driving now. Exploring is actually the least feasible, the slowest way to make money, and the most tedious.
Frameshift drive charging.
But I guess this counts as exploration. We need to get rid of some things, like all the weapons, all the utilities, and then we need to engineer everything for jump range. And then maybe we could take some neutron star far away missions. We'll see.
Incoming mission critical message. Fuel scooping.
I know where it's at already. Thank you much. That's it, isn't it? Experimental habitat by Planet 4.
Fuel scooping complete.
That's gotta be it. I'm so glad I was wise enough. Like, I could have picked the first tab, had it 2 people for 1, 2 people for 2, and 2 people for 3. I could have picked all those and kicked myself later for it, but I'm glad I saw and only picked all the people going to the same place. And we can switch between 1, 2, and 3 each time we go back and fill up our hull, fill up our cargo. And only 4. Why? These were listed as 1 person. Why does it take up 4 and 6? These are all 1 person. See, that crown must mean they're VIP. But we're not going to take anybody that's below VIP then, because I'm not wasting my time on 6-figure missions. If I could take a $1 million mission for the same distance, you know. Probably get a bonus for luxury cabins, I guess. Or it might come in handy later for higher paying missions or something. Could you imagine if each of these were a $10 million mission, 10 jumps away? It would take you like 5-10 minutes to make $40 million. But that's just probably reserved for the beluga. It'll never slow down. No bueno. Doc. When can we get some? We used to get scanned at all the time. Am I in reverse? I am. 4 times complete, baby.
Frameshift drive charging.
And they all should be pretty happy, except the fact that they're riding an economy. This is a tourist system, Colonia, specializing in investing.
Frameshift drive charging.
Too fast, too furious, too fast, too furious. Not quite as good as combat, because combat's the same amount of time, the same amount of money, just a little bit funner. Well, it depends. If this is 8 million, combat would have been 4 million for that amount of time.
Objective detected.
Oh, but 8's kind of an overestimate. 6 maybe.
Fuel scooping.
1 combat mission, 1 jump away, find the guy, kill him, 3 million. But if you double stack combat missions and you could fight 2 at once,
Fuel scoop
then it'd
disengaged.
be pretty similar. It's not really stacking when you do combat and espionage. They are in the same system, but you still gotta drop out of Super Cruise, fight somebody, get back into Super Cruise, find them, drop out of Super Cruise. Luckily, we don't have to jump a lot of the time, but a lot of the time we do. You only find 1 or 2 hunting pirates in the same system. May not make it. Slow down there, buddy. Good, good, good.